Combining FFmpeg and n8n allows you to take the power of a video editing software and turn it into a system to automatically edit and create videos for you. In this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to use all the main functions that FFmpeg has to offer, which will allow you to do crazy things like take a long-form video, automatically create clips from that content, add text on screen, music, and even post it for you across multiple accounts. Or autonomously create completely unique content with AI video generators and voiceovers. Edit and post them. The possibilities are endless. This is a list of all of the main functions that we're going to go over in this video. I'm going to put timestamps below so you can skip to any function that you want. And if you want to save even more time, you can go to my school community and you can download the full n8n template and you can just plug it in, and then you don't need to copy all of the commands yourself. Okay, and before we get any further into the video, I do want to say, in order for this to work, you are going to need to have FFmpeg installed locally on your n8n server. So you're going to need n8n self-hosted, and you're also going to need FFmpeg installed. If you don't know how to do either of those things, I have a full tutorial on how to do both of those. I'll put it in the description below. Okay, now we're going to go over the first and main function, which is going to be combining video clips. So this is also going to be the pulling of information, the pulling of video clips. And you can do this any way you want. In this case, I'm using Airtable. Airtable is like a fancy version of Google Sheets. You can also use Google Drive, that works just fine. But essentially what I've done is I have an Airtable base with 150-ish different video clips. They're 4-second video clips of AI generated videos. And essentially this is going to search through my Airtable, pull all those out. So I'll run here, I'll show you guys. It's going to pull all those out, and you can see we have 149 items. So it's 149 video files. Now we don't want to combine all those right now just for the sake of the video. So I randomly selected 3 of them. I can run this, and basically this is just a little bit of code that's going to randomly go in and select 3 of those videos. I just use ChatGPT to help me write this. You can then come into the next one. We're going to download the video. So once it's selected those 3, all we need to do is put a HTTP request, and this is a method get, and then we're going to put in our URL right here, which we have from the pulling of the original search for video files, and then we're sending that information through again with the code. So then downloads all those video files. We can execute and see how this works. And then as you can see here, we have view our downloads, so we can view all the videos. Again, 4 seconds long. These are all AI generated content. 4 seconds long, 4 seconds long. You can see that just videos with some motion to them. But that's done. Then we move on to the next one, which is saving the video files. So this is going to be, right now, these are basically like saved within the n8n nodes, the n8n workflow. We're going to actually want to save those to our server. So to do that, we go to here and we type write file to disk, and then we're going to save it in the temp folder, and I name the video clip underscore and then item index +1. And what this is going to do is allow us to actually, as you can see here, the number is updating each time we go to the next item. So the videos are going to be slightly different, because if we had it as the same name each time, then we're going to have the video overwriting itself. And if we don't do this and we just have a random video name, we're going to need to save that video name and then use it later. Whereas if it's much more streamlined like this, we have video clip underscore 3. We can do something cool in the next one, which I'll show you. So we'll run this. And then once these save, it might take a second. The combine video. So this is the command here. This is the first command. You can just copy this down, or again, if you want to download the whole thing, you can join the school community. But essentially, this is going to search in our temp folder for all of the video clips with the name video clip underscore and then any number. And what this is going to do is pull all of those clips and combine them. So essentially, this is like a dynamic sort of system where if we download 15 different video clips, it's going to combine all those video clips. If we download 3, it's going to combine all of them. So it makes it really easy to, again, autonomously just combine all the video clips that you're putting in the system. So we have all of them saved, and now we can combine all of them right here. Again, we'll just take a second. Usually it's pretty fast. The downloading usually takes a little while. A little tip, this is something that saved me a lot of time, because when I was first doing this, I didn't know what was going on. But essentially, it might depend on who you're using as your host for your n8n server. I'm using DigitalOcean, and what I noticed is that if I am making a lot of edits, I'm testing, I'm building these systems, and then sometimes it'll take like 5 minutes to create a video clip or to download a video. And I thought it was just like my server being overloaded. The thing was, it was the IP address that I was working from. So I turned on a VPN, and then it worked instantly. And so again, if you're right at that problem, if your system is really, really slow when you're editing things and you're trying to build these workflows, try and throw a VPN on and it might fix it. So as you can see here, the command has run and we have downloaded, so we have combined the video clip. And now we can go to the next node, retrieve combined video, and this is going to read the files from disk. You don't need to do this in this case, but it's just so we can actually see it. We can hit execute, and this is going to look for that combined file. So as you can see in here too, we're naming the file at the end. We have combined clips.mp4. That's going to be the name of the combined video file. And then in here, in the retrieve clips, we're searching for that, and we have the temp folder again, so it knows where to search for it, and then the full name with the extension. Now it's going to run here. I'll unpause it when it's done. Okay, there we go. And now we can see, we can click view, and we can see we got a 20-second video, and this is going to combine all the clips that are in that folder with the name. And I think in this case, we only downloaded 3, but I had a couple other ones from the last time I was using this. I think we had 5 or 6 videos. So as you can see here, it's going to go through, and we've got more videos attached. But as you can see, it's just one flip after another, no transitions or fades or anything. But that's what we're going to get into next. So right underneath this, I have 2 other ones. I have smooth fade transition, and I have slide transition. So I'm just going to run this from the start, and I'll show you guys. But essentially, these are going to be similar commands, except now we're going to give it, actually these ones are pretty long. Might have to pause the video, kind of go through if you want to do these ones. But this essentially is going to take all those clips that we have and then add transitions into them. So the section where we're really selecting whatever transition we want is right here. As you can see, transition equals fade and duration. So we can set how long we want these to be. And there's a whole bunch of different ones that you can do. So I made a little sheet right here, and you can see we have fade, fade back, fade white, smooth left, smooth right, smooth up, smooth down, slide left, slide right, slide up, slide down, wipe left, wipe right, wipe up, wipe down. So this is a tongue twister. Circle open, circle close, red crop, rectangular crop, distance, pixelize, radial, fade grays, squeeze V, horizontal or vertical. So as you can see, a whole bunch of different options. And we'll take a look here now. So again, same sort of system. We have this running, and then at the end we have the combined clips smooth.mp4. So then when we go to our next one, when we're actually going to read the file, we're going to want to search for that combined clips. And then we can see we can hit view. And as you can see, it's only 16 seconds because we're losing a little bit of time when it's doing the transitions. But as you can see, it's now fading in, fading out. Really nice smooth transitions. And again, this is just allowing you to take all these steps, build them together, and you can create really cool videos doing this. We'll see this one. We have the slide transition, similar sort of thing. So we have the videos going through, and then slide to the next one. That obviously doesn't look as smooth. I like the fade better, but like I said, there's lots of options you can do here, so you can go through and see which ones you like. Next up, we're going to go to adding audio to video. So this is going to be a more common one again, because you're probably going to want audio in your videos. And basically, I have the same sort of system here set up in that Airtable that I have. I have a whole bunch of different audio files. Actually, I don't have a whole bunch. I have 3, as we can see here. But essentially, it's going to search through my Airtable. Again, you could use Airtable, Google Drive, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's going to search through there. It's going to pull that file or pull those files, and it's going to randomly select one of them, and it's going to download them, save them to the drive, and then we're going to run the command, and we're going to retrieve the final video. So we're going to run this, and I'll show you how it works. So again, we searched, we got 3 items. We then are randomly selecting one. It's the same sort of system as the one we had above. It's just randomly selecting 1 instead of 3. That's just the number right here. You change to 1, 3, or however many items that you want to pull. And then it's going to download that audio file. We can see here and play it, and we have the audio going. We then can go to the save music. So we're going to save this again as the temp. We're going to save it as music.mp3. And we're just using the data as the input for the binary field. It's going to download it to the actual n8n server. Then we're going to come down and add music to video. So now, in this sense, this is a more simple command here, but we have the FFmpeg. You're going to want to make sure you always put -y at the beginning of these, because at least in the way that I've set this up, it's going to be a system that you can use and repeat over and over again. And the -y allows you to actually overwrite the files in there. You'll have a problem if you're trying to create videos and your nodes just aren't executing them, taking 5-10 minutes, whatever it is. The reason could be that you already have a file with the same name, and the command is not allowed to overwrite that file, and so you need to put in the -y to allow it to overwrite that file. But as you can see here, we have the temp combined clips. So this is our video file, and then this is our audio file right here. We have the temp music MP3, and then we have the temp combined clips and music MP4. So that's the final version. It's going to create. And then we can see here, we can retrieve the video with music, and we have the same sort of system going on. We have read files from disk, temp combined music, clips and music MP4, and we can view. And then as you can see, we have the full video along with the audio playing. So super cool. Again, just increasing the amount of capabilities that we can do. We're going to move on to the next one, which is going to be extracting the audio from the video. So very similar system again, except this time we already have the videos downloaded to the drive, so I'm not going to go through the same process every single time for the sake of this video. We are just referencing those ones that we've already done. So as you can see, we have the combined clips and music. So this is the clip that we just created with this right here. We're going to take that and we're going to extract the audio, and we're going to name it extractedaudio.mp3. So then we come here, retrieve extracted audio, and as you can see, we have the, again, same thing, reading this selected file, view, and as you can see, it's 19 seconds long, and it's the same audio that we just played from the last video. Next up, we have mute audio. So to mute the audio, again, same thing, we're going to be using that clip that we created a little while ago. We're going to set the volume to 0. We're going to take the combined clips and music muted, and that's going to be the new output. And we'll run this. Actually, we'll run the whole thing together. So it also retrieves it. And again, same system. We're reading the files. We have temp, combined clips, and music muted.mp4. And once it's done, we have the video, and we now have no audio with the video. So again, really useful. We can move on to the next one, which is going to be 50% louder. So very, very similar to the last one. As you can see, it's just volume 1.5 instead of volume 0. And again, we're just naming it, in this case, combined clips and music louder.mp4. We're retrieving it, combined clips and music louder.mp4. Click view, and as you can see now, it's louder audio than it was before. Move on to the next one. As you can see, these are really easy to do. I mean, once you get the hang of it and once you have the commands down, it's really easy to mess around with the system. And also, once you already have the video downloaded, like, you don't need to re-download the video every single time. You don't need to import it. You need to do anything like that. Like, once you have the video saved on your n8n drive, you can just manipulate it however you want. And I do recommend that if you want to do a system like this and you want to have a really complex workflow where you're like adding audio, adding clips, making it louder, resizing it, whatever it is, I recommend to do them all in individual pieces, because you could do all of them in one command, but it's going to cause more issues. And like, if one thing breaks or it's not working right, it's a lot harder to diagnose. It's a lot easier if you just had everything broken down into small sections. And then if one thing breaks, you can go and, okay, this is how I fix this, and you go from there. So now we have the 90% quieter. So again, same sort of thing, except this time is volume 0.1, and we're saving combined clips and music quieter.mp4. And come in here, retrieve clips. Again, same file, we're going in that temp folder. Also with the temp folder, if you're doing this and you're creating these sort of automations, at the end of your automation, once you've like downloaded or uploaded the video to a different file, you can run a command to then delete all of the files in the temp folder, and that'll just save your storage on your server. But as you can see here, it's a lot quieter now. Moving on to the next one, we have trimming the video. So trim the video down to 5 seconds. So this is the command right here. And as you can see right here, we have -T5. This is going to be the actual length of how long we want the video to be trimmed by. And then we have combined clips and music trim.mp4. So we'll run this. Retrieving video. And we have temp combined clips and music trim.mp4. We can click view. And as you can see, it's only 5 seconds long. It's super simple. We can go to the next one. We have a loop of video 3 times. So as you can see here, this is going to be, again, don't forget that -Y. That's always going to allow you to overwrite the files. We have -stream loop 2. So this is essentially going to mean that the file that we're giving it, it's going to loop 2 extra times. So if we wanted this to loop 5 times total, we would put 4 as a number. And we have combined clips and music. That's the file that we're giving it. And then we have the combined clips and music loop.mp4 as the output. And run this. As you can see now, like, they're super fast because it's not having to download the file every single time. It's just editing them real quick. and it's also a small video, so it's even faster. But as you can see here, we have 1 minute total because it's now looped over 3 different times. And we can move on to the next one. We have resizing the video. So you can resize the videos to whatever you want. In this case, we're going to have 1080 by 1080. The original one is 1080 by 920, so we give that information. If you do have problems with these two, like you can, if your clips are slightly different and you don't know exactly how to edit this, you can just talk to AI, give your commands to ChatGPT and be like, hey, can you edit this so it works for this type of video, this content, whatever it is, and it'll probably help you out. So let's try this one out. We can click execute. It's going to resize the video. Turn my brights up there. My power just got knocked out. There you go. This one seems like a little bit longer, it looks like, but that's okay. Okay, so the resizing took a little bit longer. I think it was about a minute to do. But we can take a look now, and we have a square video instead of the long-form mobile version. Okay, now we're going to go over the fade in and fade out. So again, very similar system. We have the FFmpeg, don't forget the -y. We have the combined clips and music.mp4, and we have the fade in, we have the fade out. So essentially what this is doing here is the 0 right here is representing whenever the fade in is starting. The D is the duration of the fade in, and the fade out, we have the start time at 18 seconds and the duration is 2 seconds. And the file that's going to be outputting is the combined clips and music. And we can run the workflow here and we can see how it looks. Again, same sort of system. We're reading the files from the disk, taking the temp combined files and music fade.mp4, and then we're reading that file and looking at it. And a cool thing too is like once you've done this, once you've actually downloaded the file to your n8n server, then you can do whatever you want with it. You could, like I said before, you could take this and put it into another workflow, send to another workflow, and have it automatically upload this video or these videos to multiple social media accounts all at once. So as you can see, we click view, and we got the fade in. I'll show you guys the full thing. As you can see, 16 seconds, 17, 18, boom, starts to fade out. So super cool, just like that. And we can come back here and we can go to extract frames. This is going to be if you want to just take a screenshot from your video. I'll drag this down here, extract frame. And as you can see, we can run it. And again, same sort of thing. We have combined clips and music.mp4 frames. This is going to be the time at which we actually take the frame. So this could be 1 second. In this case, we will run it and to go, we ran the file. And again, same thing. We're just pulling that file out. This is cool too. Something to side note, like you can read files even with a JPEG, MP4, free, whatever it is. And we click view, we can see it here, and then we'll do this again, and I'll show you guys. We change this to say 5 seconds. Let's do like 7 just in case it's the same picture. And we can hit run. It's gonna extract the frame, pull it out, and then we can see it's a different file now, a different picture. So just like that. And then lastly, but not least, we have the text on screen. So we're gonna run this, and I will show you guys the command. So the text on screen does get a little bit more complicated. There's a lot going on here, but essentially this is going to put different text on the screen at different points on the screen. This is one where personally, anytime I've done text on screen, I just use AI to help me write these commands because they can be pretty complex. And there's a lot going on, a lot of different spacing, colors, borders, blacks, all kinds of stuff. But essentially, the main command is the draw text. And then, as you can see over here, draw text, FFmpeg n8n. We have the font file that we're using, and then we have the font details. We have font size, font color, border color, black. And there's a lot going on, So you could go in and mainly edit these yourself, but personally, I find it a lot easier just to give this command to my ChatGPT or whatever AI model I'm using, and then be like, hey, this is a screenshot of what it's producing right now. I would like it to look like this, and I would just describe how I want the text to change, bigger or smaller, different lines, whatever it is, and then it'll achieve that outcome most of the time within a few tries. And we can see here, view, and we have FFmpeg /x n8n, the king of content creation. And this is just going to stay on screen for the whole time. But with this command, you can get really, really complex commands here, and you can have it so it's also timed, and it'll pump up at certain times. It'll fade in, fade out at certain times, and you can have like a full-on subtitles for your video based on the transcript, that would just be another step that you would do. Like you would take, if this is an audio file where someone who's talking, you would take that file, upload it to something like 11 Labs, download the transcript, and then take that transcript, put it through some code to create a custom command for the draw text, a custom draw text command with the font and everything that you want, and then take that custom command and put it back into a execute command like this, add text on screen, and then it would upload all the text on screen. I'll make a video on how to do that. I've already made that system in another workflow. It's just a little bit more complicated, and it's kind of like one video on its own on how to do that. So I'll make another one for that. But yeah, that is it, guys. This is all of the main functions in n8n and FFmpeg that you are probably going to want to do. I'm going to make more videos, and let me know if there's any other functions or things that you want to learn how to do with FFmpeg and n8n. Yeah, talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.